Alright, don't worry, I'm not getting rid of my whole GPU mining farm and calling it quits, but I think a lot of you guys might be in the same boat as me, where I kind of got too hyper-focused on GPU mining during the massive crypto bull market of 2021 to 2022 and didn't really diversify my mining hardware that much. So that is basically what I am setting out to do now. I'm going to sell off my least efficient mining GPUs while they still sell for a decent amount. And yeah, I know some of you are thinking that GPU prices have gone down so much, it's stupid to sell them now. But the thing is, while yes, they have gone down in price, so have most other mining hardware too. And my plan isn't to take the money I make from these sales and just cash it in. Rather, I'm going to use it to buy other GPUs and other mining hardware to optimize and diversify my mining farm. So this video is going to be me walking you through my GPU farm as it stands today and talking about what I'm getting rid of, what I'm keeping and why, showing you how I prep my mining GPUs for sale, and then also discussing what I'm planning to buy with the money I make from these sales. So that's what's coming up, but first, a quick word from our sponsor. CoinLedger is a crypto and NFT tax software built to save you time and help maximize your tax refund. Thankfully, CoinLedger has made the process of doing this super easy. All you have to do is sign up for an account and link your crypto wallets. That's it. What CoinLedger then does is it looks at the transaction data of those wallets and uses that to automatically generate a tax report for you in your country's local currency. You can then take this report and export it into any tax filing software like TurboTax or TaxAct, or you can send it off directly to an accountant. Best part is that if you use my link in the description below, you can sign up and use CoinLedger entirely for free. And once you're happy with the reports and are ready to export, you can save 10% by using my discount code 𝗧. But that's not all. They're also doing a giveaway where you can win a free $300 tax report. So make sure you click on that link in the video description below for more details. Alright, so let's start with just a few loose cards that I have here, not in any sort of mining rig. And that's a 1650, a 3070, which is LHR, but that doesn't really matter anymore, does it? A random 3060, and also this modded, this like power modded A2000. So what I will do here is I will probably get rid of these three. The 1650, can't really do much with that, can you? The reason I am getting rid of this 3070, and this will be a recurring theme in this video, is it is just too thick to go in an Octominer. So I will get rid of that. The 3060, I have quite a few 3060s and I really don't want to have a big farm of 3060s. They aren't that great for mining compared to the 3070, for example. Now, I definitely will be keeping this power modded A2000. It was a gift from JK&G Ventures. They do like A2000 power mods, so if you do want to get your A2000s modded, I guess go check them out, jkgventures.tech. But yeah, keeping that but getting rid of these three. Alright, so this is the first full rig that we're looking at today, and this has been off since the Ethereum merge. It is a 13 1660 super rig. Actually, it's 9 1660 supers and 4 1660 Ti's. And I am sad to say that these GPUs are all going up on eBay now. They have, as I said, served me really well, and they have basically made their own money back, I think, twice, something like that, if I do the math correctly. But yeah, the time has come to say goodbye to these cards. They're not as efficient, and yeah, I'd like to get some better mining gear. I'd rather trade these in for something else. And this is the second rig, which is pretty much exactly the same. Well, it's 13 1660 supers, which were my bread and butter kind of during the Ethereum mining times. But as of now, you know, they don't really do much, and yeah, I will be putting these all up on eBay as well. It is of course sad saying goodbye to these cards. They have served me well, and as I said, they have made their money back a few times over. But yeah, no more. It's time to move on. Alright, so for those of you who wondered where my white GPU rig went, well, I guess the rig is over here, but I did consolidate those 6 white 3070s into this rig. So this is a mostly 3070 rig. It has one, actually 2 3060s in it as well. And why this isn't in an Octominer is basically because all of these cards, just like the other one I showed you before, they are too thick to go in an Octominer. So plan is basically to get rid of all of these cards as well. Now, I do like the 3070s, but I'll show you in just a bit why I'm still choosing to get rid of these 3070s. So yeah, this rig is going on eBay. And now finally, I want to talk about my 3 Octominers here, or rather my 2 Octominers and my 1 miner dude server case here. So actually, let me get them all up on the table here and opened up so we can see what's in there. All right, there we go. That wasn't heavy at all. Okay, let's have a look here. So first of all, in the middle here, we have the rig that I am sure many of you are very familiar with at this point. It is the $7,500 mining rig that I bought to sort of do a experiment of will it be profitable after Ethereum 2.0, the Ethereum merge. I have a series of videos on this rig on the channel. I'll leave a link to that in the corner as well as in the description. But yeah, it has 4 3070s, it has 4 2080 Ti's, and it has 4 6700 XTs. And what I'll do is I'll go through what's in these rigs, and then we'll talk about what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, what I'm upgrading, and so on. And then next up we have this, which is just straight up 12 3070s. These are the 12 ones that actually fit in an Octominer. And this rig has pretty much been on non-stop since the Ethereum merge. I've just been mining different coins of it, trying to build up some of my holdings on different coins. Now, of course, I have mined at somewhat of a loss there. Most recently, I have been mining Flux at a bit of a loss each day, but I actually have 2 videos coming out. One on why I still think it could be a good idea to mine some Flux right now, so that's coming up on the channel. And I also have another video on why I personally, for me, think it isn't that big of a deal as some people make it up to be to mine at a loss, and sort of explaining why you might actually still want to consider mining at a loss in certain situations. So stay tuned for those videos coming up, and subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you haven't missed them. And then finally we have this, which is pretty much like my mix and match rig here. So let's just go through what I have in here. It is a 6600, it is a 3080, it is a 6600 XT, it is a 3090, I believe this is. It is a stock A2000 in there. It is a, what is this, a 3080 Ti, a 1660 Super, a 3060 Ti, a 3060, then this is a 1660 Ti, this is a 3080 12 gig, pretty rare GPU. And then finally this little GPU here is a 1660 non-Ti, non-Super. So just a regular 1660. And this rig, I do like this rig, especially for like making videos for you guys, testing different algorithms, different overclocking things, different miners and whatnot. Like when the new Caspa mining efficiency stuff came out, this is what I tested all of that on, and it served me well in that regard. But I just kind of dislike how unorganized this is. I don't know, it's just such a mess of different GPUs that, like, I'd love to have just the full series of RTX 3000 GPUs here, like the 3060, the 3060 Ti, the 3070, the 3070 Ti, and so on, all the way up to like the 3090, and then throw in some 1660 Supers or something for good measure, and have them kind of all be the same manufacturer. Like, I would love to have them all be EVGA XE3s, because I love EVGA cards. I've never had an issue with an EVGA card, and the XE3s fit so beautifully in Octominers. Like, those are the ones that I have in this rig here, like these ones. Like, they're thin, so you get plenty of airflow in between them, and they're also short enough height-wise that you can put the support bracket here. Obviously, I've taken the support brackets out because showing you the cards now, right? But yeah, as of right now, what I'm doing with these rigs is I'm definitely getting rid of the 2080 Ti's. They used to be fantastic for Flux, but now not so much anymore. 3070s are better. Even some AMD cards are better at this point with all these new optimizations that are coming out. And what I might also do is maybe I'll get rid of like 4 of the biggest 3070s from this rig and take the 4 3070s, the EVGA ones from this rig, and put that in there. Kind of have it be just a little bit more slimlined. Optimally, I would love to have them all be EVGA XE3 3070s in this. I think that would look so beautiful, just a straight line of identical GPUs, but that would be so much work putting them all up on eBay just to buy the same kind of GPU just from a different brand. And then finally, I kind of spoke about this rig already, but I think for now I'll keep it as it is, just to have these GPUs to test with. All right, let's start by going through my workflow when selling GPUs. So first thing I do is take the card out of the mining rig and clean it. I do this in 2 steps. First, I blow it out with the duster that I have. By the way, make sure you hold the fans while doing this so they don't spin out like crazy. I then get a cloth and clean the card with some isopropyl alcohol where needed. I then plug it into my test rig, and first off, just check that all the fans spin as expected. By the way, I plug the GPU in directly on the motherboard, just like a regular person would when using this card in a normal computer. I make sure all of the different display outputs work on the GPU by plugging the display directly into the graphics card, and I then run some just normal benchmarking software to make sure the card is performing as expected. And finally, I would just play some 4K video and start a game up just to make sure nothing weird happens. Then what I usually do is just film a short video clip on my phone of the card, making sure I focus on the card's serial number, as well as show it off just working as it should. This is just a way for me to cover my butt if any sort of dispute happens after the sale on eBay. Basically, I have proof that the card was fully functional when I sold it, and whatever damage the buyer is claiming is either their own fault or shipping damage. I then find the box with the matching serial number, take some pics for the eBay listing, and pack the GPU away. Then I just put the listing up on eBay, wait for someone to buy it, and ship it off to them. Okay, so let's wrap this up with a summary as well as what I'm planning to buy. So I'm getting rid of the 26 1660 series GPUs, as well as my 4 2080 Ti's, all of my thick 3070s that won't fit in my octo miners, and also some of the more random cards I have, like the couple of 6600s and a few 3060s. But I am definitely keeping one rig of 12 3070s and also one like super mixed rig with all of the most common GPUs that I can use for testing here on the channel. And then I want at least one more full octominer of 12 GPUs, but what do you guys think that rig should be? Should I do a full rig of 6700 XTs, which would kind of be the AMD counterpart to my 3070 rig? I think that could be pretty cool, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But that leaves us with the question of what am I doing with the rest of the funds? Well, I'd really like to diversify my mining farm a bit more. I'm definitely going to get some CPU mining rigs. By the way, I have a couple of videos about that, so I'll leave a link to those up in the corner as well as in the description of the video. And depending on what I can afford, I'd also really like to get a couple of full-size ASIC miners. I've actually done a lot of research and math on what ones I think are the best ones to get, and I did put together a video on that. Again, link to that will be in the corner as well as in the description of the video. But yeah, I'd really more than anything like to hear what you guys think I should do. As I've shown you, I'm definitely keeping a good chunk of my GPUs, but I also do want to get more into other ways of mining as well. So please let me know what you guys think. I'm really looking forward to reading your suggestions down in the comments.